We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Ian. The channel's all about music and art, and I have just returned from Machina Bristronica. Now, Machina Bristronica is billed as a festival of knobs and a festival of knobs, buttons and discussion. Now, there's going to be some negative elements to this video, 5 positive things and 5 negative things. I'll alternate them. First of all, I have to say that I was really looking forward to Machina Bristronica. Having just moved to the southwest, I live 26 miles away from Bristol, and thinking that, you know, it's a fantastic synth show on my doorstep. Having said that, and I knew that an awful lot of Machina Bristronica was about modular synthesizers, and I am not into modular. So I knew that before I actually went. But I also knew there was other stages. There was a discussion stage, there was a data stage, there was a live stage. I was particularly interested in the live stage. The 5 things. Let's start with number 1. And number 1's a negative. And this is the price. So the price of a ticket. Now I need to refer to my my notes, because I bought a ticket as soon as it was available, knowing full well I was going to be down here, and I paid £49.99 for the weekend plus £7.60. Can't tell you what the £7.60 was for, but I suspect it was some sort of a crap booking fee, if I'm honest. So £57.59 for the 2 days of the festival. Now, having just come back from Synthfest last weekend, where the early bird ticket was £15, and I suspect if you walk up, the ticket was, I think, £20-25. Can't quite remember now, but anyway, it wasn't, you know, and I know it's only 1 day, and we didn't have the live stage, although we had seminars and we had music at Synthfest this year. So if you rocked up on yesterday, on the Saturday, and bought a weekend ticket, it was going to cost you £75.90. If you bought the day ticket yesterday, it was £53.90, and if you bought the day ticket today, it was £34.30. £34.59. Now the thing about the Sunday is shorter. The Saturday it opens at 11 and goes right the way on until 10 o'clock, I think, or maybe even later, maybe midnight. I didn't stay right to the end, and we'll get to that. Now today opened at 11:30, finished at 6 p.m. So, and that's really the first negative. I mean, I know that you have to, they're paying the artists. I get that. The other thing tied to the cost was, I looked at the merch stand at one point and couldn't quite see what the price of the tickets were, but that really didn't matter. But there was a pile of stickers, Machina Bristonica stickers, literally sat on the counter, and I thought they were free because there was a pile of them. But no, they weren't free. So if you wanted to buy a Machina Bristonica sticker, it was 75p for one, or £1 for two. And I have to say, if you've paid £50 to £60 to come in, the least you could get would be a free sticker. Sorry about that, guys, but I think that's a real no. And it sort of felt a little bit like being ripped off, if I'm honest. The place looks amazing, and now as I go on, I'll show you some of the walk around that I did, so you get a feel for the place. So the first positive was it's really close to the centre of Bristol. I drove, which took me the best part of an hour. It's only 26 miles, but the roads aren't great in the southwest, and getting through Bristol on a Saturday morning at sort of 11 o'clock is a bit of a nightmare, really, to be honest. Lots of traffic, usual sort of thing you'd expect in a big city. But actually, it's pretty close to the train station. I bought a parking ticket, a parking space, but there's a multi-storey car park nearby, so it's very central. In a sort of, it's in St Jude's, which is you might say is a slightly leirier area of Bristol, but I mean, I felt very safe walking on the streets. It was fine. So that's 1 and 2. So negative, price; positive, the fact it's very central. And once I got in there, and we're up to another positive now, I mean, I have to say that I thought the live stage was great. Didn't like everybody on the live stage, and it's, I mean, certainly the acts that have been on the Sunday today were much more to my taste, particularly Tim York, and apologise if I've got a name wrong, but Hanoka Omori, who I thought was just, her stuff was just beautiful. Everybody played sort of 45-minute sets. I have to say that on yesterday, the Sam Battle's set was a bit all over the place. Sam Battle, who is Look Mum No Computer. Now Sam is lovely, but his synthesizer kept going out of tune. The Furby wasn't working properly apparently, and it was a bit of I won't say it was a car crash. Anyway, he handled it very well. It was very entertaining, very funny, and his set with Heimbach for the second half of his set was really cool. I think it is really, really noisy. There's noise all the time. So one of the first things I went to was in the discussion stage, which was a discussion about the use of tape, which was really interesting. But actually, even then, you could hear the background noise from the main area. So there's no chill out area. There's nowhere where you can go where it's quiet, where you can just sit quietly and just chill out, really. As the day went on, I felt more and more overstimulated. And I really, really just wanted to go and sit somewhere, just even for 10 minutes with a drink or maybe something to eat and it be quiet. The problem with where the food is, there is the div-kiv stage right next to that, and most of the time there was something going on there. So I certainly felt overstimulated throughout the whole weekend and didn't really was looking for somewhere quiet to go. Next positive thing, I think catching up with old friends was a really good thing to do. I mean, we caught up with a lot of friends at Synthfest and meeting new and old people that I've spoke to online, and actually to meet them in person was a really, really great thing. So all of these sort of events, whether it's Synthfest or Syntheast, which I've never been to, which I'm probably going to go to next February. But all of these events where you actually get to meet new and old friends, because you make friends at these sort of things, and have those great conversations. That's a real positive thing.
Whilst we've got these boys here, I might just quickly cross to them because they're here. Boys, I can't hear you, but your audio is turned on. We can't hear anything. We can see. Is that Ian? Yeah, we can see Ian.
Yeah, that's Ian.
Hi, Ian. Stop talking. Who are you talking to? Hi, Ian. How are you? We can't hear you, but you can hear us. Whoop.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Now we've got sound, but now your video is paused.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bandwidth thing, yeah.
Right.
So it seems to be one or the other.
So you're in Bristol right now. So the audio is now not working.
Andy Brooks has just turned up here. Are you live on Rancid?
Oh, hey.
Hey, Andy.
You all right?
Yeah, we're good, Brooksy. Oh, lovely, mate. Good on you.
Splendid facial hair.
Reprobates here. You swap the camera around. How do you do that? I don't know. How do you do it? There we are. Hi everyone, I'm Ramsey. How are we all?
We're good. We can hear you nice and
Hey,
loud.
how are you doing?
Yeah,
Hi, Ian.
great, mate.
Cool. Showing all the stuff behind.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, yes.
There's Keith.
You have a chat with them. There you go.
Entourage of
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, yes.
Good. Because it is quite noisy. There's lots going on. It's really cool, actually. You know, it's very different to Synthfest, and I'll give you a full report next week. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. We've got Robbie and Pete stuff.
Hey, Robbie. Hey, Keith.
I'll pass you back to Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Hi, Ramsey.
Hey.
Steve. Well, we won't have met or spoken, but I'm Ixorb on the chat. I.
Oh, g'day, mate.
We have, buddy, yeah.
All right. Robbie's over there somewhere. Robbie.
He's with his emulator.
Yeah.
Tell Robbie he missed an FM module.
Peter, thanks, Steve. And a few others.
Is that an entourage of emulators?
There's a few people
What's
here.
the collective noun?
Yeah, so Robbie's showing off his different versions of the emulator, right? That's what he's got there?
All of them there, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Fantastic.
Hey, Ross was supposed to be next to him.
Pretty unique. Yeah. But obviously we're making a lot of noise, so we're going to jump out.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy yourselves, boys.
Yeah, thanks.
Catch you up next. See you next week.
See you guys.
See you, mate.
All the best.
Bye.
Oh, we need a pan.
Yeah, one day we've got a pan.
Something on the other, something else. I'll smack Robbie on there. Where's it going? Mine hit 5. Is that it? Inputs? Looks like it. How am I going to do this? Let's get the mic input right. I don't know what am I going to say. Self-triggering. Just tap the microphone. Does it flicker? Yeah, it's not even getting denied. Denied the law experience. Oh well. We got it. No, you got the right one. Yeah. Is it input? Is it? Yeah. No, that's the drive selector. Oh yeah. There are several techs here. Go get a tech. Yeah. This one called Kenny. He's not here. There's Rob, who's one of the techs I use. Sometimes I have to realize those guys who are dressed in the old tech, they are slowly going away. And go guys from that. It's just nice to show these youngsters how we used to do it.
Next thing, no program. Where's my... So, when I walked in, right at the beginning, I sort of half expected to be handed something like this. This was the Synthfest program, which told you where all of the stalls were, and it gave you a list of what was on throughout the day. There was none of that, really. You had to sort of walk around to roughly where the data stage was, or the discussion stage, or the div kit stage, and sort of there'll be an A4 piece of paper saying what was on at whatever time. I mean, maybe they're trying to save paper, I don't know, but it just felt like a missed opportunity, really, to hand out one of these sort of things. And you could put some advertising on it. That's cool. I mean, you know, this has got some advertising on it, and actually to be able to actually just sort of carry one of these things around with you, a program of some description, and just decide. I mean, I missed one of the things I wanted to go through. I missed purely simply because I didn't have one of these. So next, positive. It was great that the performances are streamed. They're streamed on Elevator Sound's YouTube channel, and I'll put the link down below. So they streamed. They didn't. The after party, I don't think, has been streamed, or maybe it was recorded, or maybe it'll come up later. But they streamed most of the shows from the Saturday. They didn't stream one of the later ones. They had Surgeon, who was on last, but the guy before, I can't remember his name, his show wasn't to be streamed. Now, maybe that was his choice, or I don't know, but it wasn't going to be streamed. Everybody else, certainly today and yesterday, has been streamed, which has been great, really. So if you can't go and watch the streaming, because that, and actually, I have to say, being in the room is quite interesting. There's a bar at one end, and they've got these very elaborate lighted pillars, and it all looks fantastic. But it's very difficult, if the room is full, it's very difficult to see what's actually going on the stage, because the stage itself isn't very high. So being able to see it online, particularly Tim York from today, he was sort of knelt down on the stage, and it's impossible to see him unless you've actually watched the streaming. And his set was absolutely fascinating. So it's brilliant that they are actually streaming it. So well done, Elevator Sound, for that. The next negative has to be, the data stage is too small. On Saturday, I wanted to go and see Cinema AV, brackets Sleepy Circuits, Objects in Motion, an introduction to live audio visualizations, which sounded absolutely fascinating to me. I was a few minutes late, but literally I couldn't get in the door. It was absolutely jam-packed. Now, you could argue maybe they weren't expecting that particular talk to be that well attended, or they could have put it on one of the others anyway, but I couldn't get in, and I couldn't sort of stand there with the door open, because, that wouldn't have been fair. There was too much noise going on anyway, everywhere else. So I don't quite know how you fix that, really, when you've got limited sort of spaces. Maybe they could have done that talk in two parts. Maybe they could have run it on Saturday and a Sunday, so that if you didn't get to see it on Saturday, you got to see it on Sunday, that type of thing. Things that were particularly interesting to a large number of the people that were there. But that was I felt a bit disappointed by that, really.
Your orbs turning to orb. I usually
And to round up, Machina Bristonica is being spoke of as though it's the UK's equivalent to Superbooth. Now, Superbooth, if you don't know what Superbooth is, it's a German, a similar sort of thing. You've got music on, but it's over, I think, 3 or 4 days. It's in Berlin. So it's a festival of synthesizers and music technology. Now, I've not been to Superbooth. I'd like to go maybe next year, maybe the year after. And I certainly want to visit Berlin. But friends that have told me they have been to Berlin on several occasions, that Machina Bristonica isn't it, although it's trying to be. And I mean, like I say, I haven't been to Superbooth. I am slightly disappointed by my first experience of Machina Bristonica. It didn't feel, although I was quite excited to go. When I got there, I was slightly underwhelmed by a lot of it, if I'm honest. So it's a positive and a negative, really. I think what you have to do with these sort of things is you have to make your own mind up. Although paying over £50 to go to this type of festival does seem a bit pricey, as we've said before. So I hope you found that useful. But let me know what you thought. If you came to Machina Bristonica, and certainly some of my other friends who were there loved the vibe, loved it better than Synthfest. So, you know, other opinions are available. It just, for me, didn't feel quite as good as I was hoping it was going to be. But tell me what you think. Let me know downstairs in the comments down below what your experience of Machina Bristonica was. So thanks so much for watching, and subscribe and all that sort of thing if you would like to. I tend to put a video up at least once a week, usually on a Monday. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye bye.